Good Thursday evening, October 3rd, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The only felony charge against a man who live streamed his own pepperballing and arrest by East Wenatchee police has been dropped. An Oroville High School senior is one of 11 students statewide to be named a 2024 Washington STEM Rising Star. Cooler, windy, and wet weather on tap for Friday, with unseasonably warm weather on the way this weekend and into next week. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. The turf on the new Wenatchee Girls Softball Stadium is ready for the girls to play on. The Wenatchee Slow Pitch Softball team will play their first game on the field next Tuesday, October 8th, after a series of construction setbacks delayed the field's completion. Last month, turf equipment broke down and the field is still without bleachers and a scoreboard, which are due to arrive this month. The district is planning to rent temporary bleachers for fans to watch the game next week, and the planned ribbon cutting will be moved to spring when the field is complete. The $4.1 million field resolved a Title IX complaint from 2022 that alleged unequal treatment of male and female athletes in the district. The only felony charge against a man who live streamed his own pepperballing and arrest by East Wenatchee police has been dropped. Back in June, 36-year-old Toller Charles Wolf refused to get out of his vehicle after driving away from a traffic stop over a broken taillight and missing license plate. He began streaming to Facebook while police pelted his vehicle with about 20 pepperball projectiles. Wolf eventually emerged and was arrested with what police say was a loaded handgun in his waistband. On Monday, Superior Court Judge Brian Hubert dismissed a felony charge against Wolf of eluding police after prosecutors said there wasn't enough evidence to pursue it. He still faces misdemeanor charges of obstructing police and carrying a concealed weapon without a license. Those counts will be heard in municipal court. An appeals court has sided with Chelan County against a Bellingham company that was denied a permit to operate a short-term rental home on Lake Wenatchee. 4HIT, a property firm that owns a 10-bedroom, $3.4 million mansion off Lake Wenatchee Highway, asked for a short-term permit in 2022 and was turned down by the county, as well as the hearing examiner who heard the appeal, and by Superior Court Judge Travis Brandt, who reviewed the case when it was denied a second time. The company asked for another opinion from the Washington Court of Appeals, saying it was entitled to a permit in part because the property's previous owner had operated it as a lodging facility, even though they had no county approval to do so. The higher court ruled today against granting the STR permit, saying H4IT had no vested right to receive one. Petey's Kitchen, a new American restaurant in Wenatchee, is set to open this Saturday at the former location of Claudio's Mexican Grill next to Wendy's. Elpidio de la Cruz, nicknamed Petey, and his family friend Luis Sanchez purchased the building in late August. The restaurant soft opened on Tuesday. However, this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., customers can enjoy 15% off their food in celebration of the restaurant's official grand opening day. The menu is broad and features items such as chicken and waffles, huevos rancheros, eggs Benedict, and more. Petey is quite optimistic and says, quote, "It sounds like it's going to be a success." When we come back, the Apple STEM Network, which helps students around the valley access learning in science, technology, engineering, and math, is now helping voters make their choice in the upcoming elections. And the Human Bean, an Oregon-based drive-through coffee chain, will officially open its Wenatchee Mission Street location on Tuesday, October 8th. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Let Merry Maids custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee help. Merry Maids cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Merry Maids, let us help.
Are you a good listener? Do you stay curious when exploring conflicts? Can you manage emotions in stressful situations? Do you want to help people create solutions that work for each person's needs, lives, and culture? We need people like you to learn to be volunteer mediators, and we're here to help. Contact your local dispute resolution center to discuss your interests and learn about training opportunities.
Let your voice be heard. I'm former Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, and I'd like to be your District 12 State Representative in Olympia. With my extensive experience in law enforcement, I'm eager to serve you to ensure your community and neighborhood public safety. I intend to safeguard and improve your quality of life. I support your private property rights, lowering your tax burden, helping small business to thrive, fiscal responsibility, and your public safety.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brian Burnett for State Representative.
An Oroville High School senior is one of 11 students statewide to be named a 2024 Washington STEM Rising Star. Allie Fredrickson was selected by the Apple STEM Network for her work through Conservation Northwest, where she monitored bighorn sheep populations through trail cameras. Fredrickson, who plans to pursue an environmental science degree, began her journey in science after taking a greenhouse management class. Since 2021, Washington STEM has partnered with 10 regional networks to recognize young women and trans or non-binary youth from across the state. Washington STEM awardees are nominated by their schools and selected in partnership through their regional networks. The Apple STEM Network, which helps students around the valley access learning in science, technology, engineering, and math, is now helping voters make their choice in the upcoming elections. Legislative candidates running in the 7th, 12th, and 13th state districts will convene in a set of forums Monday to answer questions from educators hosted by the North Central Educational Service District. Apple STEM coordinator Holly Brigham told NCWLIFE News the forum aims to find out where politicians stand and how much they know about STEM-related issues.
This is something that the Apple STEM Network has hosted in the past during election years. So this legislative forum is just an opportunity to pull all the candidates into the room and really talk to them about some of these priorities of the Apple STEM Network and some of our educators in the Valley. We're going to have a virtual option. It's a Zoom webinar, and we will have opportunity for folks to post questions, and they can be either answered live or even after the event. So we're going to keep that open for the legislators to continue to engage with anybody who has questions. We are limited right now. I think we're almost full for the in-person, so I really highly recommend the webinar, as well as we are going to live stream it on YouTube. We've created about a dozen questions related to all sorts of different topics that are important for education and STEM, and we will be providing those questions in advance to the candidates, and the moderators will be assigned questions for specific panelists.
Attention all coffee lovers. The Human Bean, an Oregon-based drive-through coffee chain, will officially open its Wenatchee Mission Street location on Tuesday, October 8th. The coffee shop will offer a wide variety of coffee, tea, smoothies, energy drinks, and more. In the recent week, employees of the Human Bean have been visiting businesses and organizations to allow locals to taste test beverages. Some of the places they visited included the Wenatchee Police Department, the YMCA, and Cupcake Blues. The coffee shop also offers a small menu of food items, including breakfast sandwiches, bagels, muffin tops, and more. Coming up next in tonight's feature story with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, we will introduce you to a lovable three-legged dog named Sarge. Windy, wet, and cooler weather conditions expected for Friday with sunny and warm weather this weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Check out ClubCrowCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Hi, this is Brad Hawkins, and I'm running to be your next Chelan County Commissioner. I'm very proud to have grown up in Wenatchee, and now to be raising a family of my own here. From Washington Elementary to Washington State Capitol, I've gained valuable experiences in my life and career, and I look forward to bringing it to the county. Serving as a county commissioner is a complex job. We need and deserve a proven, experienced leader. I'd be honored to have your vote.
If you live in Douglas County, this message is for you.
Hi, I'm Randy Agnew, the current mayor of Rock Island, and I'm running for Douglas County Commissioner, District 2. I believe the government is supposed to serve the people, and as an elected official, it is my job to make sure that it does. I have a proven track record doing exactly that as the mayor of Rock Island over the last 8 years, and successfully serving on many boards. A vote for me will bring that same leadership and commitment to all of Douglas County.
Paid for by Douglas County First.
It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's featured pet is a 3-year-old pup with only 3 legs. He loves car rides, people, and camping, and he's looking for his forever home. Meet Sarge.
Pause for Pets is presented to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Merry Maids, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager. And today I have a very special guest. This is Sarge. He's our 3-year-old Great Pyrenees mixed with, cattle dog, I believe. We actually know that, and he's a couple other things, because his foster mom had a DNA test done on him. So some of us here at the shelter lost some bets, but it's always fun to guess, and now we know exactly what you are. But Sarge is a special case because he came to us about 3 months ago as a stray, and when we got him, he was pretty seriously injured. He had, we found him with a bullet in his shoulder, and the vet ended up having to amputate, so he has no leg. And it was kind of touch and go there, but you made it. And we had a really generous foster come forward to take care of him. And he spent a couple months recuperating in her home. And now he's healthy and back with us looking for his permanent forever home. He could not be a better boy. He's really quiet, he's playful, he's goofy. I don't think he even knows that he's missing a leg. He gets around so well. He'll run and play and jump just like other dogs. And he's really sweet. I was just tossing the ball to him and he was dropping it at my feet, waiting for me to rethrow it. He loves that game. We do know, because of his time in foster, that he can be a little dog selective with friends. So we always recommend that if you have a dog you're interested, you bring your dog in to meet him too. We also know that he finds cats way too exciting. So we don't really recommend cats in the home if you have one. But as you know, as a single child, we think he'd be perfect. Look at his face. He's just the best boy. and he knows his commands. He can sit and he can lay down. And yeah, he doesn't seem to notice that he doesn't have a leg when he lays down. He does it really well. So if you'd like to come and meet Sarge, our Sarge boy, we're open Thursday through Tuesday, 12:30 to 6, and Wednesday too, if you want to make an appointment online. We would love you to come meet him.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is presented to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Merry Maids, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Thursday was a good one. Pretty nice weather out there today after we did see a little bit of windy conditions yesterday and just a few high clouds. These are all clouds moving in ahead of a pretty large and vigorous storm system that we'll talk about in a bit. That'll be here tomorrow, but it was a pretty nice day today. Temperatures very comfortable out there, but as I mentioned, things will change as we get you into Friday. Beautiful today. And by the time we get into tomorrow, expect blowing dust, windy conditions, about a 50% chance for light rain in the afternoon. Remember, any fire will spread very quickly with the windy conditions on Friday. We could see gusts between 30 and 50 miles an hour, and it's going to be cooler out there tomorrow as well. We'll get to that in a second. Today's high temperature unofficially, 66 degrees. Beautiful day out there. 69 is our normal high for this time of year, and 83 our record. That was set in 1988. Chilly this morning though, 42 our overnight low, 46 is normal, and 35 is our record low set in 2018. I'll tell you, there were a lot of locations into the 30s overnight, and we'll probably see that again tonight. Sunrise 7:03, and the sun will set at 6:35. All right, those Friday temperatures now, and they will be slightly cooler than today. The Columbia Basin, Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy will get into the mid-60s tomorrow, but the rest of us, we're going to stay pretty much into the lower 60s. 63 for Wenatchee, Eniat, and Chelan, Leavenworth 60, and how about Lake Wenatchee tomorrow? A high temperature of only 59. And remember, lots of wind with those rain showers in our Friday forecast. Tonight, mostly clear skies. You can see that all around Washington State. With those clear skies, we will see cool overnight lows. And here is that storm system set to move in. It will move across Canada on Friday, leave behind a lot of wind, some clouds, and there it is. A 50% chance, should be maybe even a little bit higher than that we will see rain showers. It will be light rain. It's going to cool down a bit too, with highs generally in the low 60s. And then, folks, things get beautiful. Saturday, look at this huge ridge up and over the Pacific Northwest. We are going to warm up Saturday into the upper 60s. It should be a beautiful start to our weekend. And then things just get better as we make our way through this forecast. Sunday, sunny, lots of clear skies in the Pacific Northwest, warmer, high temperatures Sunday into those low 70s. So we will be above normal Sunday and right into Monday as well, with more sunshine and even warmer temperatures. We're going to jump up into the mid-70s for high temperatures on Monday. That's going to be at least 5 to 6 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. And then just quiet weather. Look at this Tuesday. Mostly sunny. It will be mild. Maybe a few high clouds will sneak over the Cascades into our area. We're going to stay very warm into the mid-70s on Tuesday. And I'll tell you, not much change on Wednesday. A very weak frontal system will slide through the state. That'll bring some high cloudiness, but all in all, it's going to stay nice with high temperatures Wednesday in those low 70s. Your 7-day forecast now. Another cold one overnight tonight, 43 degrees. Tomorrow, a little bit of everything. Clouds, windy conditions will happen. Good chance that we'll see some rain showers as well. 63 our high. 68 as we kick off our weekend on Saturday, jumping up to 72 on Sunday. And then look at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Lots of of sunshine, 76 Monday, 74 on Tuesday, and 72 your high temperature on Wednesday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Well, a happy Thursday to you. The Seahawks are back at work this week trying to bounce back from their first loss of the season. The 1-3 New York Giants come to Seattle Sunday for a 1:05 kickoff at Lumen Field. Coach Mike McDonald was asked about the team's mentality on bouncing back from the 42-29 loss at Detroit.
I think, that every day's approach is going to be the same expectation. We're trying to improve. We're trying to take the next step. Let's look at what happened through an impartial eye so we can attack the problems and let's move forward. Let's keep it positive, man. There's a lot of good stuff on tape. A lot of stuff we obviously need to, fix and make right. So, but that's the case anytime we step foot out there and toe the line. So that'll be the same mentality.
Seattle fell behind and had to throw a ton last week in the loss. McDonald was asked if he's concerned about having to throw too many times per game.
Yeah, we're not shooting for a number of passes or whatever going into each game. I think it's just what it takes to be successful. Trying to put our guys in best positions. I think Gino's operating the offense at a really high level where we're getting in and out of certain plays. That'll dictate some run or pass in certain situations. But I think the guys are confident. I think there's a lot of great execution out there. You've seen the O-line start to come together. So we're moving in the right direction. And we'll see, I'm not really worried about the pass play numbers right now. But, yeah, you're right. It just doesn't feel that many. I mean, the way this game played out, turned into a drop-back fest, which it needed to be, for us to have a chance to win the game. So some games kind of dictate those terms.
Seattle's game Sunday will be broadcast on CBS. Well, it's a skimpy schedule in college football around the Northwest this weekend. Washington State and Eastern Washington both have byes. The Washington Huskies will host 10th-ranked Michigan in a rematch, sort of last year's national championship game. A game at Husky Stadium kicks off at 4:30 on NBC. Central Washington on the road at Eastern New Mexico with a kickoff set tomorrow Saturday at 5:30. The prep football weekend gets underway tonight in Pateros. The Billy Goats are hosting the Soap Lake Eagles in Central Washington 1B play. That kicks off at 7. Etiat plays at Oroville tomorrow at 5. Waterville-Mansfield visits Bridgeport at 7 o'clock. Manson will host Lake Roosevelt in the only straight across 2B game tomorrow night. That kicks off at 7. Quincy's on the road at Prosser in the CWAC tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, while Ephrata hosts a non-league game against Davis. Sela is at Toppenish, Othello at hosts East Valley. Grandview travels to Ellensburg. Chelan plays at Okanagan tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Omak plays host to Brewster at 7:30. Cascade travels to Tonasket for an 8:30 kickoff. We have officiating issues going on there. Of course, we're all looking forward to tomorrow's SCAC showdown between Cashmere and Royal. It kicks off at 7 o'clock. While Zilla hosts Kiona Benton, Natchez Valley visits Connell, Wapato hosts College Place, while Luke travels to Granger. The matchup between Cashmere and Royal in SCAC football features two offenses that are prolific and two defenses that don't give up much. Cashmere coach Brian Bremer says the game will come down really to which team makes the fewest mistakes.
You know, you would love to say it's going to come down to who wants it more, but I don't believe that's true because I believe both teams are well disciplined. They're going to want to win a football game. It's going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes and penalties and how you control the ball and how you take care of the football. Obviously, we believe in the turnover battle, and turnover margin plays a big part in a game of football. We've done a good job of taking it away, and we've done a good job this year of holding on to it. So I think if we win the turnover battle, take care of the football, tackle well, and play, you know, you're not going to play mistake-free football. You know, to be honest, the biggest thing we really talk about all week is you're playing Royal, they're really good. We know that. And so many people get so uptight that you have to play a perfect game. You do not have to play perfect. Because when you play perfect, you're going to make more mistakes than if you just lay back and just play ball. That's what we're really looking forward to, is just playing free.
I caught up with the Cashmere captains prior to tomorrow night's game against Royal. Jacob Savage and Brody Larson talk about overcoming mistakes and circling this game on the calendar. I'll ask you the same question about overcoming maybe some negatives. You know, you turn the ball over, you get a big play that's called back because of a penalty. Not that that happens, but, you know, it's football. So how do you overcome that?
It's all really just your mentality. You just got to keep going, put your hand in the ground and go. I mean, you know, one big play goes wrong, you just got to get back to it, you know.
How have you been able to focus game to game and not look forward to Week 5 tonight?
I mean, we've had the mentality all season, 1 week at a time. I mean, we've still had this week circled on the calendar since we've known it's been coming. Yeah. But we've had the mentality with train stops, train roll on every week. I mean, focus on the game at hand and get it done.
Kickoff set for 7 o'clock Friday night to Bulldog Stadium. NCWLIFE will have live coverage with yours truly and Grant Olson. Our pregame beginning at 6:30. Weather's supposed to be a little interesting. Cold, windy, maybe some rain as well. See how that impacts the offenses on both sides. Of course, you can tune in to Channel 12 on Local Tel. You can tune in to Channel 19 on the other guys. Our Facebook stream will be up as well as streaming it on our website. Moses Lake is on the road at Eisenhower in Big 9 football tomorrow night at 7. Sunnyside hosts West Valley. Saturday features the Bridge of Sportsmanship game between Eastmont and Wenatchee at Lee-Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. Kickoff set for 6. NCWLIFE will begin our pregame show at 5:30. There are 7 soccer matches dotting the landscape today. It all began at 4 o'clock this afternoon when Brewster hosted Chelan. Okanagan's at Cascade. Pateros welcomes Liberty Bell. Tonasket, or make that Toppenish, takes on Omak, while Bridgeport hosts Lake Roosevelt. It's Zilla at Cashmere. Manson is visiting Oroville, and a much busier night to the volleyball courts. There are 4 matches at 6 o'clock with Quincy at Toppenish, Seedless hosting Ephrata, Waterville-Mansfield at Wilson Creek, and Oroville hosting Curlew. 6 matches begin with service at 6:30. Cashmere hosts Zilla, Cascades at Lake Roosevelt, Okanagan hosts Omak, Tonasket travels to Brewster, Liberty Bell welcomes Bridgeport, Soap Lake visits Etiat. Later at 7, Sunnyside at Wenatchee, while Eastmont is visiting Moses Lake. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.